So let's look at acceleration one more time and try to get the idea of what's going on with acceleration. Once again, these questions were a little bit tricky and a lot of people had trouble with them. So we have a car that's moving at a given speed or a given velocity, and it's heading towards the finish line over here. So here goes the car, and it starts out across here moving at 3 centimeters per second, say. But when it gets to this midpoint, it's going to speed up. So he's going about 3 centimeters per second, and now he was going about 6 centimeters per second. And so we could show that for this segment, his velocity was about 3 centimeters per second. And then over here, he was going about 6 centimeters per second. And so he sped up. And that's probably the situation that we're most used to using the word acceleration. So if we looked at this, we could say, here is the velocity of this section. Here is the velocity of this section. Since it changed, we know that there was acceleration. Whenever you have a change in velocity, you have acceleration. And in this case, it got more, and so it was a positive acceleration. All right. Let's try a different situation where he goes very fast at first, and then he slows down for the second segment before he gets to the finish line. So he's going very fast here and then slows down for the next part. So we might say that he had a velocity of 6 centimeters per second here. Then he slowed down and had a velocity of 3 centimeters per second. Now, we did have a change in velocity, but this time the velocity got less, making it take longer to get to the finish line. And so, because it slowed down, we call it negative acceleration. And the most extreme example of negative acceleration would be where he, in fact, doesn't just slow down, but turns around and goes back in the opposite direction. And so, even if he's going fast, he's going the wrong way. And that's also a change in velocity, because the velocity went from positive when he was going this way to negative when he was going this way. And so it's another example of negative acceleration. Why don't you give the problems from yesterday another go?